Superman.
You know who that is, right?
No.
It's obviously not Ohio State.
Oh, you're trying to hurt me, aren't you?
It's Bama.
It's not.
Who else would it be?
Not Michigan.
Either is A&M.
It's not Mr. Harbaugh. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Do we need to have you drug tested? Okay.
I don't think so.
Welcome to
Or else you would kill me. Picks from the press box.
Championship Week.
National.
So
So
we picked
what?
10 games last week
Mm-hmm.
for the bowl games.
4 out of 6. Well, no, I got 4 out of 10. You got 6 out of 10.
All right. That wasn't very good, was it?
No.
Why did we do so poorly?
Well, let's see.
And we're not going to review all the games, but
Just national championship and the granddaddy of them all.
okay. So how did we do for the year?
For the year, we did.
We had 143 games picked.
Wow. Good
Wow,
job.
that's a lot of games.
Good job, us.
And you got 83 right,
You got 96.
and I won with 96. So you got 58% correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's better than half.
Yeah.
And I got 67% correct. So I got like 2/3 correct, 1/3 wrong. So that's not too bad.
Well, thanks for talking about fractions because that's what I'm learning in math right now.
Okay, well, do you agree with that math?
Yes, I do.
Okay, very good. You get an A for your math today. We'll tell your math teacher that you worked real hard on picking football games. She'll be impressed.
Yeah, he went to Tech.
So, well, that's a little 12. I don't know. All right, so what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the 2 semifinal games.
The Rose Bowl.
And then the Rose Bowl.
And then we're going to pick the national championship.
Okay. So, let's get after it, Bubba. What do you want to do first?
How about we start with the granddaddy of them all?
Oh, you want to start with that? Okay.
The Rose Bowl.
The Rose Bowl. So, Penn State and Southern Cal played. And they were both on a roll going into the Rose Bowl game. They were both playing well.
And the Rose Parade was very pretty.
Well, it always is. Someday
you watched it.
Someday I'm gonna go see it in person, but I've never had the chance. So I thought Penn State lived a charmed life during most of that game. They had a lot of breaks, a couple penalties went their way, and then Southern Cal made the big comeback, didn't they?
Yes, it did.
What did you think?
In that first quarter, I just want to talk about this 7 minutes of this first quarter. There was already 2 picks by Penn State.
That's right.
That made me think, USC might win. What happened? Penn State made a humongous comeback, but USC, because they were up, in the third quarter, Penn State was up by
That's
a lot. And in that first quarter, the first 7 minutes of that first quarter, there was drama, chaos, and a little of wowness.
Wowness, okay, that's a good word. That's a new one for me.
Yes. That first quarter was incredible.
Okay.
And so going back up to the third, Penn State made a huge comeback. Then look at USC. Their defense playing outstanding. while Penn State, they're doing a good job. It's just USC's defense was too good for them. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, well, it was certainly a close game. It was a big comeback by Southern Cal. Their freshman quarterback played extremely well. Southern Cal had a few lucky plays. That one pass that bounced off one player and went to the other was certainly unplanned and fortunate. But I thought, as I said, Penn State was living a charmed life prior to that. And they're both good teams. I really think Southern Cal probably has the better athletes and better players.
Yeah.
But it was an entertaining game, probably one of the better games of the whole bowl season. So I enjoyed it, even though Penn State lost a close one. What about you? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. It was very interesting.
It was probably better than the next two games that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Which one you want to talk about first?
We're going to start with the one that was first in time, the Peach Bowl.
You want to take it chronologically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I always do that.
Okay, you do it. You're organized. So we're going to talk first about the Peach Bowl and who played.
Bama and Washington.
And who was favored?
Bama by 15, and they proved that they could do it.
That's right. You know, Washington came out strong, scored first, and got all excited, and then it was downhill after that, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm going to put this in other words for me. Washington, what?
Please do.
Washington's defense really good. Then in that first quarter, going Washington's way, gave them a lot of motivation. Then it all went away.
Yep, I think they got worn out. Their offense didn't help them, and Alabama just took over, and it was all over but the crying, wasn't it? So, just as the experts predicted, and we both picked Alabama, which isn't any great choice for us. Alabama won, and they'll be in another national championship game, even though much of the college football people are tired of them showing up. We'll watch them in another championship game.
Because of stupid Nick Saban.
So, Mr. Satan will make it to another championship game.
Yes,
So, what was the other game that we need to talk about?
The Fiesta Bowl.
The Fiesta Bowl. And who played there?
Ohio State versus the Clemson Tigers.
All right. So, I think one team didn't score any points.
I think so either. I mean, two.
Yeah, well, I took Clemson.
I took Ohio State.
And you took Ohio State.
That's the only reason you won. Well, and because of the Miami stuff.
Well, okay. So, Clemson played very well, and Ohio State really stunk it up.
Yeah, they did.
That was one of the worst performances I've ever seen.
By Urban Meyer.
And I need to say a few things about Urban that you and your father will enjoy. I've come to the conclusion that he's a great recruiter, but he's not that good of a tactician.
It's a tactician.
A coach that focuses on how to win games by
That's Nick Saban.
The technical aspects. And the reason I say that is that 2 years ago, when they had all that talent, he's in charge of that talent. They underperformed in that loss to Michigan State.
That was
And the reason they underperformed was they had very poor offensive play calling and strategy. They were criticized for it. And then you look forward to this year, and they had a good defense.
young players.
And young players, but the offense just never performed well. And I think it comes back on the offensive staff and the way Urban organized it. And I think it all comes back to when Tom Herman left Ohio State to go to Houston. They lost all their offensive creativity and organization and coordination, and that has cost them at least one national championship and maybe more as a result of those coaching changes and low
Are
performance.
they going to get Kiffin?
So,
Are they going to get Kiffin?
are they going to get Kevin who?
Lane Kiffin.
Oh, but no. Kiffin's gone to his little world in Florida.
Well,
Who cares
then-
about him? They've already made some changes, which are critical. We'll see if he picks the right coaches to fill that gap and fix what is an obvious problem for the school.
My
And that's the
question is,
Your turn.
I only have one question, and I want to know who is going to be the quarterback for Ohio State. Is JT coming back? Is he going to the draft?
Okay, he's already said he's coming back. They
Okay.
lost 3 of the stars off the defense
I
already.
just want to know that.
That's going to the NFL again. So they've got to rebuild the defense, and they better have a good recruiting class to be competitive. So I know that's a lot of information about Ohio State, but it all comes back to coaching, performance, organization, and that all goes back to the head coach.
And
So
players.
I think it's, in this case, it's
More coaching.
more coaching than the players. So that's my opinion. Now we need to pick who's going to win the national championship
National
game.
champion and national championship in Tampa Bay this year. With number 2 Clemson, number 1 Alabama, a rematch of last year. Can Clemson get their revenge?
Okay. So what's your pick?
Hey, you go first.
Bubba Boo.
You get.
Okay. I'm going to take Clemson because I think they can throw the ball. And I think it's going to be an upset.
Really? If you think they'll get their revenge?
I don't care about revenge, even though they've got that dirty player, the number 10 on defense, that I don't like. But I think they'll win by just a little.
I see what you're thinking.
What are you thinking?
You might even make me change my pick.
No, don't do
But
that.
no, I'm not. What he said, Clemson might win, but this probably would be the only year that they do. Bama, they have a lot of talent, a lot of young players though, but their offense needs to step up. And if they don't get to the next level, and Kiffin's not even there, so my question is, if just looking at their first half, if Bama can't score or do that much on the offense, Clemson automatically wins the game.
Okay, so you're going to put it all on their offense.
But
and
I'm
you think
going Bama.
Clemson can score some points. So is it going to be a big win or a little win?
I bet it's 5 points to 5 to 7 points like it was last year.
Okay, but you're taking Alabama.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm rooting for a 0-0 tie, but
You wish.
other than that, I'll take Clemson. Okay?
All right.
All right. Good season. Good
Yeah.
job. And that wraps it up for this year. Thanks to the producer.
Mhm.
Who's the producer?
My mother,
Okay, she did a great
your
job.
daughter.
And how many games did you go see this year? You got to see Ohio State. You got to see Texas A&M.
Twice.
You got to see a lot of good games.
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
So that's 4 big-time games that you went to.
I only went to 3.
Okay. All right. So Ohio State and 2 A&M games. Good for
Yeah.
you. All right. See ya.
I won Michigan.
All right. Bye.
Bye.